Hello, and welcome back to the Variant Geek Podcast. I'm Brennan.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Jason.
And we're coming at you semi-live from Laramie, Wyoming, home of...
Me.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, me.
Thanks, me.
Sorry, want to apologize for the delay in podcasts. We've been on vacation.
I'm not apologizing. Nobody listens to me on here. I deserve a vacation.
I'll listen
But
to you.
we're going to be trying to come back to that close to weekly schedule again. Gosh, dang. But first, we'll start with some recent news. I guess the biggest one is
We have a sponsor! Beep, 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 beep.
We are now sponsored by Raise Energy.
Like everybody else.
No? Not everyone else is as cool as us was.
So
And we're canceled.
So make sure to go to...
Yes,
All right,
go
hey,
there.
hey,
Get
hold
there.
Okay,
go
okay.
on now,
For
get
real,
there.
for real, though. But legit, Raze is kind of dope. They're not just an energy drink company like a lot of energy drink companies, because they have all kinds of stuff. They have popcorn. They got energy related protein popcorn. Are you hearing me? Popcorn. And they got what else? Oh my gosh, they have so many different
pre-workout.
They got
weight loss,
post-workout.
They got protein and food. Yeah,
that's
I
right,
see
they have
that
full food.
that gourmet protein popcorn.
things. Yes, sir.
They got like workout recovery, some sleep aids. I mean, they got a lot of stuff, even apparel. So I mean,
Cap.
Go get yourself
Go
some-
get yourself a
get
Raze
yourself.
Energy shirt. Like I got my super sick Arrow shirt on here that I got from their pack. It's pretty dope. I got 4 cans of Raze. My personal favorite right now is South Beach. It's a nice, refreshing, like Kokomo feel. I don't know.
that is pretty good.
It's a 12 out of 10 recommendation if you ask me.
Make sure to go to repsports.com and use code VGPodcast at checkout.
VG Podcast to receive how much is the discount, Jason? It's like Geico. It's 15%.
Is it 15%?
It's 15%. And not only will you be getting yourself a nice cut of discount, you'll be helping out the channel. So maybe you can see our maybe pretty faces with some nice camera equipment and a better microphone. But yeah.
Yeah. Other recent news. Played Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It finally
What?
came
You?
out. Yeah, I
Mass
know.
Effect? No.
Literally, when it came out, was a Friday, and we left on a Monday. And within that amount of time, I managed to completely grind out and complete in 100% Mass Effect.
I was
the first
working.
game.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Good job.
It's a lot of fun. They made a lot of improvements, especially graphically, of course. The Mako, which we'll be talking in another episode with video game vehicles.
Yes. Vehicles.
It controls a lot better than the original.
Nah, you capping.
Dang. And you get all the DLC with it, which was fun too.
You gotta keep that
So.
on. We're gonna lose it.
But yeah, any other gaming news?
Finished Resident Evil Village. It's pretty dang good. The ending was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Kind of tied together Biohazard and Village with the rest of the Resident Evil series. I kind of like how they did that. It actually made it feel like not a standalone, different, like new beginning for Resident Evil, more of a continuation and like finding some answers on some long held questions.
Correct.
But do either of you know how? Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
And then I think one last thing. E3's coming up soon. I know some people are excited for that. Get a whole bunch of new gaming news and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of cool stuff. We get to see more about Starfield, which is the new Bethesda IP, which is an Xbox and PC exclusive because Xbox now owns Bethesda. And so that makes some people a little sad because now PlayStation doesn't get it, but they get all the other
Sucks to suck. Piss off.
They have their own exclusives. They can go away.
They're
Xbox
exclusive.
Xbox needs, I think the buying of Bethesda and having Starfield as not necessarily but platform exclusive is, I think, a really good step towards making good exclusives again for Microsoft. But go ahead.
There's a new 40K game coming out that I didn't even know was a thing, and it's coming out June 1st.
Video game? Or...
Video game. It's an FPS.
What?
It's Necromunda, like Hired Gun or something. Yeah, Hired Gun.
Oh yeah,
I
told you about that like a few weeks ago. Like semi.
Oh, you asked me what Necromunda was,
and then
it's a different thing.
I read some like stuff because you can like take bounties and stuff like that. It sounds like it could be a really fun game.
It could, because Necromunda is kind of segueing. It's not video game news or anything.
Well, I mean, but we're geek.
We're a geek. But anyway, Necromunda, for those who don't know, it's like a standalone, different. Not necessarily IP because it's 40K. But it's a different game within the 40K universe where it's on this planet of Necromunda, and it's this giant, what do they call it? They call it like Empire Worlds, City Worlds. I don't really remember. I'm blanking now. Of course, I get excited now. I'm blanking. But it's gang warfare, so it's a lot like Kill Team. But there's a lot of different stuff, and there's different mechanics and like different you get stuff for it and whatnot. But yeah, it's like gang warfare. So it'll be kind of cool to see, because I hope there's a really cool bounty. Like I hope it's well. I didn't even know about it. It's coming out June 1st, and I'm gonna be buying it, even though I don't really have money.
Oh, it comes out
June 1st
tomorrow.
But at time of recording this, it's tomorrow. By the time this comes out, it'll be out. So
by the time this is out, he'll have it.
By the time this is out, I'll be working at Starbucks and crying
because you love it so much.
I'm just scared. I hope it's fun. But yeah, there's that. In other news, at least that I thought was interesting, with now talking about 40K, they dropped a lot more concepts for. My gosh, every week they've been dropping new stuff. There's the Beast Skigs for Warhammer. I don't know if it's 40K or Age of Sigmar. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's Sigmar, but it's orcs that ride things into battle, and they're releasing a box for it. That's pretty cool. And they're releasing a new box set of Age of Sigmar, like a starter set. That's like the angels and the demons, and there are actually some really gorgeous models in there.
Okay,
but there's that.
Oh, and I guess one last thing before we get into the episode. We watched the Demon Slayer movie.
Yes.
And I don't know how you two felt about it, but I personally really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. The animation, go figure, I think it's UFO Table or something similar to that.
It most definitely was UFO Table.
They have just continue to outdo themselves. They're a phenomenal company when it comes to animation.
It was the best Demon Slayer movie I've ever seen.
But I mean, the final fight between Rengoku and Akaza was really, really good. Very well animated. I won't say what happens.
It's been out for a year.
But I would definitely recommend going and watching it. If it's already out.
If you haven't already seen it, I mean, what are you doing? But, I mean...
And if you guys can't go and see it, it comes out digitally June 22nd, I believe. But I mean, it's really, really well done. The voice acting was,
my favorite moment of voice acting is Jason's least favorite.
Yes.
With the lower one.
Oh. I actually
I like his voice. It was funny. Cool. I liked it. I felt that. So, I liked the movie. I mean, you guys know I really liked
most of the movie.
I was getting there. I loved Demon Slayer. On a whim, I was like, yeah, sure, let's watch this. And then it was very good. So I was excited to see the movie, and yeah, I liked it. Only issue was I had driven all the way from Tri-Cities to Seattle that day, and we had gone around through museums, and I was very tired. And then I got in a lounge chair, and I fell asleep. For a couple of minutes, right in between two important parts.
You literally, I think you fell asleep right at the end of Tanjiro's fight,
and right before the beginning. I woke up as they started fighting.
Oh, Rengoku and Akaza.
Because I woke up when he's like, I woke up at the beginning. I was like, who the hell is this guy? Where'd he come from?
But it was good. I'm excited for season 2. I think that comes out fall this year.
Yes.
I think it's a fall thing, not a winter thing. But all right, now let's get into the episode. We're going to talk about Lego video games. We'll talk about one that I'm really excited for. That's Star Wars, the complete saga, the Skywalker saga, that will never come out.
That's never coming out. That thing's been it's coming out next month. Just kidding.
And that...
well, JK, you want more Lego.
The one thing I don't like about it is what Jason just said, is
the pay to play.
You have to buy certain Lego packs, which I mean, it's if you like building Legos,
it's a cool concept. Cool. I think it's a really cool concept that if you owned this set in real life, you can own it digitally and play it in the game. It's a lot like I was talking to you guys about, with like me being big into wargaming, models are expensive.
Yeah.
But the amount of time that you get, painting a model and then playing the game, like, it pays for itself, But that's where I kind of struggle with it being Lego, because you only get so much time that you're going to build the set.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, unless you're like, my brother, or like when I'm home with my little brother and like we have like Lego Wars, you're not really using the set as much as using it as necessarily like a display item.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about like, I don't know if I can justify spending, $120 on a Razor Crest.
Yeah.
To use it in a game that might never come out.
Yeah.
And what is it, like $2,000-$3,000 you have to spend on Lego products to unlock everything in the game?
I think so.
On top of if you like buy like the $100 collector's thing, it's ridiculous.
I think the only things that you have to unlock with it are like the vehicles. All the characters, I think, are included in the game, like the base game, which is fun. Because I think they have a lot of Lego characters for that.
Nah. You're talking 9+ movies? Nah.
Well, I mean, the sequels don't count. Those are just there. I'm not looking forward to playing through those unless I guess once I can do free play.
Here's the thing.
Did you
and
hear
then just
that,
play Darth Maul?
Did you hear that Adam Driver had to go get like really serious spinal surgery?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Dude, because he carried anything that was good in that entire sequel trilogy with him.
We made that joke last time.
We make the joke every time we talk about Star Wars, and I'm gonna keep doing it until I die.
But I mean, I think the game has potential. It looks pretty.
Yeah.
It's just whenever it comes out, it's I think because I had it pre-ordered like 2 years ago, and then eventually I canceled it when we had to go up to the Sioux Falls GameStop because our GameStop closed, and there's just no point in pre-ordering it at this point because you don't know when it's going to come out. I
think it's going to be interesting too that they're talking about just going through stuff with the game. There's there's already talked about DLC with like a Star Wars Rebels DLC and stuff like that.
Like Clone Wars and DLC.
Yeah, which will be
the Mandalorian DLC,
which is cool, but I don't know how I feel about DLC on my Lego game.
Are you sure?
Just let me play the Lego. I'm just kind of worried about the fact that there's going to be a black market of these codes, of these vehicle codes online.
100%.
People are going to end up spending $300 to have a Razor Crest. Because the moment the game drops and people start realizing that people really want these things, they're just going to go buy out the store.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like Switches at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's also going to be
like the
PS5s and Xbox One.
Series X. Or Series X, excuse me.
Because those... I'm not going to call those next-gen consoles until...
I actually get to use one.
Until they're in most households. Because right now, it's just the scalpers and the rich people... that or
which I am neither,
or the very, very lucky that were able to spam click that button and somehow get one.
Good positive note though. One thing I am really excited about with the Skywalker saga is back to grunts.
Yes.
One thing I've really not liked with a lot of Lego games that have come out in recent years is they have dialogue from the IPs that they're using.
You meant like character grunts, and I went, what?
No.
That's Halo.
No, but I really, really, really like that they're going back to that because I have so many fond memories of just going through playing Lego Star Wars 2 on my GameCube. Be like, ah! And just things like, huh? I love it. I love it because it makes sense because it's like those sounds you would make as a kid. Like as you're playing with Legos, you're like, pew, 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 pew. I'm excited for it.
Because when did dialogue start? I think it started with Lego. It was either the first or second Lego Batman.
It's either Batman or one of the Marvel ones. I don't even remember
because I remember the first time I saw it. I'm pretty sure it was with Lego Batman.
Probably because it's in the Force Awakens Lego game. I know that
because I know it's in most of the Marvel games.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's in the later half of the Lego Batman games and Lego DC supervillains. I'm pretty sure it has dialogue, which is okay, but it's not as good as the grunts.
Right.
The grunts are what kind of made it, I think.
It just makes it unique.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're playing through something that you've seen 300,000 times. Like, seeing Lego Finn go, Ray! yay 300 times. I'm like, no, thank you.
He said,
Maybe the sequel trilogy will be okay without the lines. Without Daisy Ridley talking, it might be okay.
Oh, but you'll still get her.
Do you think they're gonna animate her? I would actually pay like $5 extra for them to go through the time animating her stupid expressions. But
oh well.
whatever.
Jason,
she's richer than I am.
What would you say your favorite Lego game that you've ever played was?
Either the Star Wars, the first 6, whatever that.
The complete saga.
Yeah, that isn't now complete
Yeah.
saga, or the Indiana Jones.
Oh, I did like those.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
up
think I still
to
have it.
not the one that's the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's the first 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Last
yeah,
Crusade.
Because
The Last
I don't
Crusade.
think I ever played the.
Temple. I don't think I ever did. I've also tried to watch the 4th movie, and I always fall
I've
asleep.
seen it.
It's okay.
And they're making another one.
Are they really?
Yeah, and Indiana Jones
Yeah.
is going to be played by Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford still.
This man is almost 90 years old.
I just love. I think kind of going back to Star Wars real quick. My favorite thing. He's just like, what's your when they start asking him questions about Star Wars? Don't care. I don't care. Ask me something else. I don't
He
care.
wanted off. Like I think we talked about this in our Star Wars episode.
Probably.
That he wanted off. Basically, after the first movie,
Yeah.
he wanted his character killed, but everybody loved his character so much that they had to keep him on.
Yep. But do we move on to the next game? Is that what you were talking about?
What?
Like Lego Indiana.
We
Because
should.
I know Lego Indiana Jones was one of my favorite Lego games growing up because it was one of the first games I got for my PSP.
Oh,
Like I remember Christmas
man's
morning.
rolling out his PSP like, look at this.
Well, because I remember like we had opened presents or whatnot, and we were having breakfast, and then my dad's like, "Hey, what's this behind the couch?" And I was like, "Whoa, it's a box with my name on it." And it was a PSP and Lego Indiana Jones, and I was like, I don't really like Indiana Jones at this time in my life, but whatever, it's a game, I guess. And I started playing it, and I'm like, yes, this is fun as heck. But I enjoyed it. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I think
Going through the library, like going through the for the like instead of like the cantina with the Star Wars games, you go through like the library and the museum.
But I think one of my favorite things to do in the Lego games is just like all of the collectible.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like it is
Red
a,
bricks
it is
and
a
the mini kits.
completionist like dream
Yeah.
is a Lego game because
Oh,
there's so much to do, even though like you can only go through certain levels so many times or whatever. But I mean, there's a lot to collect and a lot to do, and it's straightforward. You don't have to go through any hurdles or any like random hidden achievements somewhere that you have to like jump 6 times, do a backflip, make sure you shoot that one guy in the right corner over there 3 times, and then lose half of your health to get an achievement.
Exactly.
Because there are some
Are
ridiculous
we playing
achievements.
Uncharted and Tomb Raider now?
Yes.
God. Yeah, it's I think it's a great game, especially for like younger audiences that like have that completionist attitude or that collecting attitude, and it's less stressful than most other games. Even games like Skylanders, I remember playing that like with my little brother and playing that growing up. Like, it was another one of those things where I didn't even think about this for Skywalker Saga. It's the same system of like, you gotta buy characters, because it was that toy to life genre that was new at that time. And I just remember like you'd get to an area like, that looks cool. Oh, sorry, you gotta have an undead type Skylander to get into this area. But even then, you spend $100 total, and you can get into every area. But even completing some of those challenges were difficult, even like in a kid's game.
Yeah.
Whereas Star Wars, or like Lego Star Wars, or even like they're straightforward. It's not too difficult. But that's thinking about that. I wonder if there's going to be like some vehicles that you need to get into places. Like how you have to have like in free play, you got to have like a bounty hunter to get into like certain doors. I wonder if they'll do that with some vehicles. Be like, you need this kind of ship to get in here, but you got to pay for it. You can't get it.
I really
in the
hope
base
they
game.
don't.
I hope not, but I didn't even think about that.
Is it
Pay
the
to play?
same? Is it the same company that makes every Lego game? It's like
Probably,
TT.
probably Telltale or
No, Telltale's
not
dead.
Telltale. It's
Rest in peace, Telltale.
Traveler's Tales or something like that.
Something like that. Let us know in the
TT.
comments,
Yes,
or we'll look it up in like 5 seconds.
yeah, both.
I would definitely say one of my probably best experiences playing a Lego game is probably
It's
Lego.
Traveler's Tales.
Traveler's, okay.
Yep, and they are doing it.
Okay.
Sorry.
That, I mean, it makes sense. 'cause
Yeah, they do
make
everything.
every Lego game. is Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
I didn't get to play it enough. I wanted it so bad.
It was so much fun.
I rented it one day from not Blockbuster. I got it from Redbox, and I only got to play it for one night.
Oh,
but I never bought it, and I should have. That was a fun game.
It was a lot of fun, and it still had the grunts, which made it unique.
I think one of my favorite sounds in those games is the building sound with that.
Yeah. And I don't know how I feel about recent Lego games with how they've certain characters have different abilities and
it kind of started. I remember with Lord of the Rings, with Lego Lord of the Rings, you had to swap over to Legolas because he had a bow. And he could only do certain things.
Because even in the original Star Wars, you had what I'm
you
talking
had your
about,
blaster stuff to
it's
hang over, but
controlling where the cursor goes.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to make it a little more RPG-esque.
Yes.
Because everybody needs to make an RPG nowadays, because that's the going market. That is the most popular market right now, other than BR and FPS, is probably RPGs.
Yeah.
As everybody wants to escape their life or whatever and go into and feel like they're,
in a game.
I'm this person. But going off of that, crap, I already forgot what I was going to say. Oh,
good.
But rest in peace, Lego Lord of the Rings, because it's gone forever now, pretty much.
Yeah, it's illegal.
You're not allowed to buy it.
Lego Hobbit's legal.
They took it out of all of the stores.
Yeah.
If you owned it, even digitally, you could still keep it, I'm pretty sure. But they removed it from all stores, all physical copies, and all electronic copies. I don't remember why. Why did they?
It's something with, they didn't have the right rights or something. Or, they didn't secure... I don't... Oh, God, what was it? Okay. Oh. Well, this says Warner Bros. Pulled both Lego Lord of the Rings and Lego Hobbit from digital stores, including Steam. Kotaku observed that both Lego games were free at the Humble store in December, suggesting that Warner Bros. Might have been phasing them out due to low demand.
Oh.
I feel like that wasn't...
I don't know.
Huh.
Well, that kind of sucked. Because it's a habit with me. I'm done with the game, I want a new game, and so I sell some of my old games, and now some of my old games are worth a crap ton of money. And when we were in Kennewick, no, it was when we were in Seattle. We went to Pink Gorilla, which is a famous retro store, and I really wanted to play Wind Waker again. I was really excited to play Wind Waker again because I know where my GameCube is, and I never finished it, and I want to play more Legend of Zelda because I don't have any way to play it, and it's something I really want to play more of.
And I love that you asked her, and she's like, yeah, it's $70.
And I 100% sold it already. I sold my copy of Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube, and that's worth almost $100.
Mm-hmm. Which game?
Mario Kart Double Dash.
Double Dash.
GameCube. I've sold Mario Sunshine, which is worth $50-$60 at least. I've sold NCAA 14, which is worth a full-priced game right now because it's the last NCAA game they made. Until soon, they're making a new one.
That the last 3 years, it's coming out this year, never coming out.
No, it's officially coming out. I think either this year or next year because I think it was EA came out and said hey, we're making this. This is official.
They make a lot of money
because college football players, there's more and more bills going through and stuff like that. But basically, football players can become almost employees, I guess, where they get paid to play college football on top of their scholarships and such.
That's why I don't like that. I don't like the debate of paying college athletes.
Because the athletes can be paid now and you can actually get their likenesses and stuff like that, that they're able to make NCAA again. But that's far off topic of Legos.
I was going to say...
Lego Madden 2022.
Did we just step away from Legos?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be here. Leave.
Yeah, some other... what was...
I like... Just, if you're not thinking about what you're thinking about, I like the humor that the Lego games have.
Yeah.
I
do like that, too.
The silliness of it, this character dies in the movie, but in the Lego game it's just hurt or doesn't die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I I like creating my own character. That's always a fun part of Lego games, whether it's Lego Star Wars or Batman, Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones. I'm trying to think of Lego Harry Potter. Harry Potter was actually a fun one. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, well, along that kind of circling back, the reason that like Lego Harry Potter, they just recently got some new sets though, but there hasn't been a really big push.
Because Harry Potter's been over for...
That's the same thing with Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. They've been over for so long that there's not really an interest for younger audiences, therefore they're not making sets and they're not selling games.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they pulled that. That's just a random thought.
Well, that new series is coming out. It's more geared towards older audiences.
Yeah.
The Lego... the Lord of the Rings TV show.
And there was supposed to be a new... I think it was a Lord of the Rings MMO that Amazon was working on, and they scrapped it.
They scrapped it. See, I still am really excited about that show, but they were talking about they have an intimacy director. I'm like, cool, you're just gonna sell sex like Game of Thrones?
The first 4 seasons
ruin the show because that's not at all what Middle Earth is about.
Correct.
At all. So I'll be annoyed if that's what ends up happening. But
report them to the highest authority. Mom.
I'm gonna report them to the highest authority. Reddit.
I'm pretty sure you guys have. Have you 100%ed any Lego games?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like which ones?
Which
one was your favorite to 100%?
My favorite to 100%? I mean, Complete Saga.
Yeah.
Complete Saga because it shows right there. And
it's so like, I did it.
I did it. Dang it. I did Indiana Jones as well. I did Lego Star Wars 3: Revenge of the Sith. I did that one.
The Clone Wars. Lego Star Wars 3 is the Clone Wars.
Then 2. Whichever one was the Revenge of the Sith one.
That was the first one. Because the first one was the prequels.
This man's face is confused.
The first one was the prequels. The second one was because it's Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. And then the third one is the Complete Saga. Lego Star Wars 3 is the Clone Wars. Mm-hmm. No, I think up to season 5. Season 5.
Season?
Yeah, of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, they had a Clone Wars one.
Yeah, it was based off the Clone Wars TV show.
Ha! It was episode 3, that's why. Because it's Lego Star Wars episode 3 is why I'm thinking it was Lego Star Wars 3. Episode 3, I 100% of that one because it was very short. Very, very short. Literally the whole game you played an hour.
Yeah.
Because it's just Revenge of the Sith.
Correct.
I complete 100%ed Complete Saga as well. I wanted to 100% the Lego Movie one, but there was just too much going on. Way too much going on. And then I went to college and stayed with Brody, so... But, wow.
Did you ever play the Lego City game that was the...
No.
1990s?
No. I played, I'll move on real quick. Another one of my absolute favorite Lego games is Lego Racing 2.
I never played it.
Oh, it's so dumb. It's so bad, but so good. Are you about to look it up?
I'm going to now.
It's so much fun. It's like Lego Racers 2, I think. Put that in.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Boom, let's go. And yeah, there's a story mode where you race through and you get abilities that you can use, power-ups like Mario Kart. And you can build your own racer. And I always made this ugly behemoth of a block that wouldn't move when it got bumped. It was ridiculous. It was such a fun game, but so... And, yeah, and there was all kinds of maps. There's Robin Hood's Forest, or Spooky Forest. There's ghosts all around. It's ooh, spooky. There's Pirate Cove. There's a moon one. There's a Knights one. Oh, what else? There's a desert one, the Desert Explorers sets from the 90s.
Yeah.
Because that's the era that it is, all the sets from then. And it's so fun. The Pirate Cove was one of my favorites. You shoot cannonballs at people. And unlocking different racers was always really fun. And there was always this really, if I remember correctly, as you're selecting, the selector wheel, it's like a really chunky Lego sound. It was terrible. It was I loved that game. I don't know what, I didn't like racing games at all, but I loved that game so much.
Oh my gosh. It's called Lego Island.
That's what I was getting to next. Lego Island and Lego Island 2. I think.
Brickster's Revenge.
Yep. I love that. You can talk about that real quick.
I just remember playing the Lego Island and not knowing what I was doing, but loving the graphics.
Exactly. Running around pizza, pizza, pizza.
Literally. Are we Little Caesars now?
Apparently. But like, doesn't your dad, grandpa, uncle...
His name is Pepperoni. Your character's name is Pepperoni.
Pepperoni, right?
And it's Mama and Papa Brictiglione.
Yep. God, why do I remember that game? This is a deep-seated memory. It's actually sitting here like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you ever...
I know what you're talking about. I just never played them.
You fool!
I just remember
Like,
Pepperoni.
I think the oldest Lego game I ever played was the first ever Lego Harry Potter game. It was like Lego Creators Harry Potter, something like that.
What?
It was on the PC. It was on Mac and PC. It was really, really bad.
Clunky.
Very, very clunky. Very, very, very low frame rate. Like it moved at like 5 frames a
I
second.
don't know what you're talking about.
It moved at like Apex on DW Wi-Fi speed.
Oh my god, the amount
Like it was bad.
Did it move like when we were playing Battlefront 2 that one time that it just decided to not work?
Yeah, that's how bad it moved.
Wow.
But I also remember playing Lego Rock Band, which is literally just Rock Band.
I never
Lego
played
characters.
that. I want to.
It was kind of fun. I mean, there's nothing
they
really
made
different
that.
about
either.
it, other than the fact that you're playing with Lego characters.
They only have 2 fingers. They only have like the claw grip.
Haven't you
Figure it out.
A claw? I mean, but that was kind of fun. I mean, nothing really special about it, but it was still cool. Gosh, I can't really think of any other like big Lego games I played or.
I mean, there are a lot of them.
Oh, there are a lot of Lego games.
Like,
See-
this game looked this... Oh my gosh, this opening.
Yep.
As the bricks are falling into the logo.
Yep.
That's old Lego.
That's old Lego. I just... See, and...
This is facts. Never knew there was a story. I just went to drive around on a skateboard.
But... No, I... Over the Easter weekend, I saw that Lego was having this huge deal, and I went, "Oh, I'll go buy some." Didn't buy any of them.
I
They were like-
I should have.
They were like $1 each. Didn't buy any of them.
You should have said something.
I-
I would have spent way too much money.
But
Just buy all of the Lego.
well, because it was the discount was like 96%. Yep, and I gotta think some of the games weren't discounted, but like the Harry Potter 1 through 9 or 1 through 8, whatever the
Because it goes 1 through 4 and then 5 through 7.
yeah. Okay, so like the 1 through 4 and 5 through 7 together combined was like
Oh, this is a deep-seated memory.
$5 total.
This is a deep-seated memory running around this town.
But no, I should have bought it. It was over the Easter break. Didn't even think about it.
Really.
Like looked at it, forgot about it.
I never really got into, like, Lego Marvel.
I didn't either.
Or Lego
I've played
Incredibles.
I've played a little bit of Lego. Like, I actually kind of like it just because I like the characters. And, like, I liked Lego Batman 3 because I like the DC characters. And it's kind of fun. Flying around as, like, Green Lantern or Martian Manhunter or whatever. And, like, I kind of like the open world-esque part of the newer games. Like, granted, I know that's kind of starting to get more into the RPG-esque stuff, but I kind of like to, just flying around as your favorite characters or swinging around as Spider-Man or Venom.
Whee!
Even though there are, like, a list of characters that have the exact same abilities. The only thing different is, like, the
skin.
Electro, Thor, Storm... there's probably like 1 or 2 other characters basically have the exact same abilities. Spider-Man, Venom, Carnage, Gwen, they all have the same abilities.
Gwen's not a spider.
Spider-Gwen.
What did you say this morning about Lego? I need to be a female Lego character. Were you?
Oh! I was playing Darksiders 2, and I couldn't jump up to grab this dead man's coin, and I was like, I need to be a female Lego character so I can jump higher! Because I remember that. Did you ever play Lego Worlds? Minecraft, but Lego?
I've heard of it, and I've seen people play it, but I don't
My brother got it.
Actually, I might have played like a little bit, like a tiny bit of it, maybe like an hour or 2. But I never actually like fully put time into it.
Because I played it a little bit. It's pretty fun. But I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Even like as an 18-year-old, I was like, what is going
You're sitting there,
on?
you're like, something's different here.
Something different. I really like Lego Batman. Like the first one.
Yeah,
I think it was still grunts in the first
I
one.
think it might have been the second one that brought the vocalization.
It definitely was. Because
I liked unlocking the different bat suits.
yeah,
And then you'd have to like switch to a different bat
switch
suit
through 'em,
to complete some kind of thing in the level.
I just remember that battle music. As like the bad guys are like just beating on you constantly.
Actually, kind of going off that a little bit. Another thing, I've talked about this in other games before, but I don't like, because I know it's geared towards younger audiences.
Oh.
I know that, but I also kind of wish you could change it so you don't get hand-holdy throughout the entire thing. So they don't tell you how to do every single puzzle,
right,
and stuff like that. Like, because that's cool for younger kids, so they can enjoy the game, stay playing the game longer, become fans, buy next games, whatever. But for older people, because there are a lot of people that are older, teenagers, college students, middle-aged people, maybe even older, that play Lego games because they grew up with them, and it would be nice if they
didn't hold the hand.
Yeah, we're like, here's this level, figure out how to solve it.
Yeah,
literally though.
Well, that's like I like a lot of the bonus levels are like that, like the Lego City one where you just gotta break everything until you get a billion or million.
Yeah,
billion. You have to get a billion studs in its time. How quick you can do it. I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. I like breaking stuff.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Not off the top of my head.
Just looking at the Lego loading screen for Lego
from the
Island
90s.
From the 90s. I remember this man's voice.
Ah, yes, I remember.
This was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
This was a good game.
It was one of those that, like, when we got, like, book reports, or not book reports, the catalogs we used to get from Scholastic.
Scholastic books, yes.
Not Book Fair, but the packets.
I know what you're talking about.
We used to get those, and I'd always circle the games. Never got them. But then my mom got me Lego Island 2 and Lego Racers 2 because it was like a bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest experience of my life.
He said, "Thank you, mother."
Thank you, mother. Because I remember, because it was always like a surprise, like on day, like it got delivered, and friggin' Steven. I don't think anyone's name was actually Steven. I'm like, I gotta avoid using anyone's actual names that I know from my past.
Steven.
But like some kid like Steven would be in the corner with his 80 books and his manga on them, and I'm like, I got Star Wars book, boy.
I mean, you knew like 50 billion griffins, so
I did. But
so just avoid that name.
But no, I got them though.
All right, great. Thank you guys for listening to this week's podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more geekly content, either on YouTube or wherever
Weekly and geekly combined.
Yes.
Get yourself some energy drink.
Get yourself some
Rays energy drink from.
We'll put
Rep Sports.
The link is on our homepage, and it'll be in the description.
Discount code will be provided as well.
Yep. And anything else you guys want to say?
I mean, literally, just don't forget VG Podcast at checkout. 15% more car insurance.
It's 15% more. You have to pay
15
more.
minutes can save you 15% or more on Raise Energy, but only 15%, not more.
All right, great. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys later.
All right, bye-bye.